So today we're going to be talking about why your leads aren't turning into deals. You've got the inquiries rolling in, you're running ads, you're getting a bunch of leads, but just something's not clicking. The problem typically isn't the lead volume, the amount of leads you're getting. It's the actual quality of those leads. If they're actual homeowners, or if they're in your capacity for the metallic floors to be able to pay for those floors, or are they actually homeowners, or do they live in an apartment, and how you're handling those. So the truth about lead quality: high quality leads, they align with your pricing. If they come in from that ad, are they able to actually pay for your stuff? And do they more so align with your actual pricing? Not if you're charging a premium for a premium service, are they willing to pay that? Are they premium buyers? They may be able to afford it, but are they actually going to buy that from you? Do they value your expertise? And do they have needs that you can meet? Do they have messed up concrete, or are they trying to change something in their house to level up? And you want to kind of look at that. Why are they doing that? Did they get a new job, or are they a rapper where they're gonna have people coming over? A lot of guys, one of my guys worked on Chris Brown's floor, so you know, it happens. You just wanna be thinking about that, like, what is the need? Just what's Chris Brown's need? He probably doesn't need a floor, he could get any kind of floor, essentially, but the need is more social at that point. Low quality leads, they're tire kickers. We talked about that in the last video. They're gonna haggle you over price, drain your energy, and then they typically, rarely convert into anything meaningful. You are gonna spend the time sending them the estimate. You might even go to an in-person estimate, but in the end, it's not gonna turn anything into anything that produces revenue for you. Or if they do, they'll promise you to leave reviews in exchange for a discount, and then you give them the discount and don't really make any money, and you don't get any referrals or reviews or any SEO bump or anything. So, you want to just kind of stay away from those guys, because at the end of the day, not all leads are going to be created equal. The cheap leads that you can get through running ads you can get leads in real cheap, but they seem like an easy win, but they also come with hidden costs that can really ultimately sink your profitability. So what is some of those hidden costs with low value leads? They might, again, look promising at first. You'll get a lot of inquiries. You'll just see them pouring in. But what they're really costing you is time and energy, revenue loss, and wasted ad budget. Every dollar that you spend when you're attracting those unqualified leads, that's money that you could have invested in targeting high value clients that are going to buy your stuff for premium dollars. And when you're looking at your ad budget and your results, those cheap leads coming in at $10 or $20 per lead, they may look like a win on paper, but they burn through your budget without delivering any of those meaningful results, like purchasing from you. So every moment and every dollar, not just every dollar, but every moment that you're spending, every bit of gas that you spend driving to those in-person estimates, every time you have to stop focusing on your day-to-day activities to try to follow up with one of these guys who never buy from you, you just want to kind of try to cut all of that out, because you're messing with opportunity costs. Yeah, you're only spending a couple bucks on gas, but you could have spent that time getting better at sales to close higher ticket clients that are, the people that come through that are ready to buy, but maybe you're not able to speak to them. Again, just a huge mindset change that you want to start looking at. So why aren't you closing more of the deals that you want? Those higher ticket guys. The root issue often lies in the marketing that you're doing. Are you speaking to the right audience? Are you targeting the right audience? You might be targeting the right crowd, like price sensitive shoppers, apartment renters instead of homeowners. And then the people that you do come through, they treat you like a commodity. They don't care that you have the best products and that your floors, that you've done Chris Brown's floors. They just see you and the guy with $4 per square foot, and they don't know the difference. Again, you really need to speak to that. And they expect you to justify your price tag instead of recognizing the value that you deliver up front. And again, the way that you can change this, the best way to change this, is to present yourself as quality and luxury from the jump. Don't be running ads that offer people discounts if you're trying to get high ticket customers. You need to look at these things and change your messaging. Discounts help, but you're also going to get discount focused customers. What happens if you don't fix this? You're going to get a bunch of these low quality leads, and of course they waste and cost you time, but they also cost you hours. They don't value you, and that just feels disrespectful. So it takes a toll on your mental health sometimes, and you end up in these price wars, like we were mentioning. You race to the bottom. They see somebody for $4, and even if you match that, they've already, They're already halfway towards that guy, and it leaves a bad taste in their mouth if you try to go too low, especially if you're cutting like a 50% deal just to close them. It makes them feel like a chump. So you just got to avoid that. Just stick to your gun, stick to your price, and don't compete on price. It's never the smartest thing. I think Carnegie says that. There's no strategic advantage in being the cheapest priced, but there is a strategic advantage to being the most expensive, and you can always walk it back. And you present yourself in that position as a premium provider. Just a lot of mindset that we got to look at here. Um, and how do you fix some of this whenever you're getting these low quality leads? One thing that you really want to focus on is your ads. That's for a different topic and different video entirely. Someday I'll go over that for you guys. But yeah, minus the ads, I honestly don't think that contractors really should be running their own ads. If you have a team, that's one thing, but yeah, you probably shouldn't really be running your own ads because you do flooring, not marketing. And there's a lot of things that go into this. So, but outside of that, moving forward, just to save you some time and frustration, personally at my business at Never Stop Agency, we actually automate those initial stages whenever they come in, wherever they come from, whether it's from an ad or not. We're gonna go ahead and automate that for you guys, just so that way you're not wasting time and you can focus on your business appropriately. Part of how we do that is, let's say that you do epoxy floors for $8 to $12, marble metallic floors for $8 to $12. And if somebody comes in and requests $1,000, 1,000 square foot estimate from an ad again, or through a website or whatever, if you charge 8 to 12 and it's 1,000 square foot, I just send them that range between $8,000 and $12,000 for that 1,000 square foot, because you already know that that's your range. It doesn't go higher or lower, and it ultimately is going to weed out people. It filters out the people that are price focused and price shopping, or already have quotes that are too low. And we can talk about people that already have quotes and how to handle that here in a moment. But yeah, when you automate those initial ballpark estimates, it helps you prioritize and focus on those qualified leads, the people that are willing to pay it at your price point, not at their price point. That leads into, you got to get away from defending your price constantly. When you do focus on low value leads, or when you're running ads that bring in low value leads, you're going to end up constantly defending your price. But when you position yourself as the expert and target clients who value your craftsmanship, you end up shifting the conversation from price to the outcomes. Like, what is it again? Do you want a floor like Chris Brown? Not, this floor is 12,000 or whatever. You spend more time showcasing your value and less time arguing over those costs. And you end up closing more deals and clients who genuinely actually respect your work. This is huge. You just ultimately need to demand that from yourself. And don't let the wrong leads dictate your business. By focusing on quality over quantity, you'll attract better clients, you'll close more deals, and you'll end up reclaiming more time for projects that truly matter, or even stuff in your life, like spending time with your family instead of having to take time to follow up with all these estimates that aren't replying to you. Even though your customers love it, you need to focus on value, not price. They're going to love to focus on the price for you, but you need to stop competing on price and start emphasizing the long-term value of your work. Clients aren't just buying floors, they're buying solutions to their problems. They also want premium materials that deliver long-term value. And they're obviously, the thing that is attracting people to this in the first place is the custom designs that's going to end up transforming the space that they have, whether that's a garage, basement, whatever. And here's a key insight that you need to consider. Your clients know nothing about epoxy floors. They really don't understand anything about epoxy floors at all. They don't know what makes premium materials worth the investment. They don't know why durability matters, and they don't know how custom designs can transform their space, or how hard it is to get really quality designs. I talked to some of you guys and you do amazing work, but your clients don't understand how much goes into it, how much product you have to use to get the glassy surface. It's up to you to educate them, but do so in a way that feels natural and conversational as well. You don't want to be like, yeah, I pour, you know, 35 gallons per square foot. They don't know what that means either. So instead of overwhelming them with those technical details, you need to ask relatable, human-like questions that help them uncover the value of your services for themselves. Like, what do you want people to notice when they walk into your space? How do you want people to feel when they walk into your space? Have you thought about how this unique design could change the way that you feel about your home? Imagine walking into your home and you just walk into this space that's got this amazing floor. And like, would you feel relaxed? Would you feel happy? Do you want to bring your friends here and flex and have some parties with champagne and take Instagram photos with like a really cool black and white marble floor? Or you can ask some questions like, what's been frustrating you the most about your current flooring? If your floor has lasted 20 years without needing any repairs, how much peace of mind would that give you? That's a big one for people that are looking at tile or hardwood flooring. Ask them, yeah, if how often do you have to redo, resurface, replace these different flooring types? Especially, some of you guys deal with basements, and it floods out, and when you put that epoxy down there, helps a lot, and they won't need to it basically waterproofs it to an extent. So they won't need at least they won't need repairs or as extensive repairs. So you're really helping them a lot. That's what I'm saying. Instead of having to come in every 5 years for carpet or whatever it is, tile again, busting up tiles. It's like you just put down that epoxy and it lasts forever. As long as you treat it good, obviously, you guys know this though. But again, you need to educate your clients on the difference between cost and price. Many clients really don't understand, and maybe you might not understand the difference between cost and price either. But helping them understand this can completely shift their perspective. This is how I would frame it. Whenever you're talking to them about cost, that's what they're asking you about the price. Like, what's your price? A premium floor might have a higher initial price. You might charge $15 per square foot, but it does deliver unmatched durability, and you know that, and it delivers unmatched aesthetics. You can't get the same aesthetic that you can with these metallic floors. And over time, there's a long-term value, resale value of having really awesome floor in the house is going to make it easier to sell, maybe even get a little bit more for that. But the thing that people don't consider is cost. When they get a quote for lower amount of money, it's a lower price quote. You're at $15 per square foot, and they say they'll do the metallic for $8 per square foot. Well, it seems like it's a win up front, but what's the actual cost? It could crack, fade, wear down within a few years, and that's gonna lead to frustration for that homeowner or that customer. Additional expenses, they gotta tear out that floor, which is costly, and pay for the second floor, pay for the floor to be done right. And that full replacement process is going to cost a lot. So you just need to explain that to them. Show them that the price that you charge, make sure that the floor lasts, and that it actually saves them money, time, and stress down the road. And you just got to shift their mindset. When clients see the difference between cost and price, they stop focusing on how cheap can I get this done, and they start asking what's the best value for my investment. Cost is short-term thinking. It's focusing on only today's price tag. Price is long-term value, ensuring they pay once for a solution that lasts. Do you want to do this one time and pay this, or do you want to pay more and do it twice? You just got to explain this stuff to them. You guys know how much trouble these homeowners get into going with these cheap quotes. So again, like I said, I would also promise you guys I would talk about how to respond to, I got a cheaper quote somewhere else. So if you're and you can put everything that we've talked about, put that into practice. So how do you go about responding to, I got a cheaper quote somewhere else? I would say, hey, I hear you. Getting a cheaper quote can feel like a win at first, but let's break it down together and really think about what you're paying for. That cheaper quote is cutting corners on materials, prep work, or installation. What do you think will happen a few years from now? What's the real cost if that floor starts cracking, fading, or breaking down? Will you need repairs, or worse, a complete replacement? Now let's compare that to my premium floors. Yes, it might cost a little bit more upfront, but it's designed to last 20 years. There's no surprises, no extra repairs, and no wasted time. You're not just paying for the floor, you're investing in me and the durability I bring, the beauty that I bring, and the peace of mind I bring. So here's the real question. If that cheaper quote ends up costing you twice as much in the long run, is it really cheaper? Or would it be smarter to pay once for something done right the first time? And that's how I would frame it. If you just practice that, if you want this training, just reach out to me, um, join my group, and you'll get it for free. But yeah, I can give you this so that way you can practice this whole script. But that's how I teach my guys to do that. And that's how you want to frame that. By framing the cheaper quote as a potential risk, you help these clients realize the hidden costs of going with the lower price. When they understand the distinction between cost and price, they're more likely to see your service as the smarter choice. Even if it's more expensive, they'll see that as the smarter investment that protects their investment. And you're not just selling the floor, You're offering a solution that saves them time, money, and stress. So you need to switch to that. And that's going to change the game for you guys ultimately. And you're selling them peace of mind. And that's what sets you apart. I give you that tidbit there. When every inquiry gets the same level of attention, this is going back to those automated estimate sending. If you're giving every inquiry the same level of attention, you're going to end up hitting a wall. You'll end up with endless calls, nonstop messages, and you're chasing leads that never had a shot in the first place. It's exhausting and unsustainable, right? If you guys experience this, the reality is simple. It's just the fact that not every lead deserves your time. You can't control who's coming in, especially on like places like Facebook. Google makes that a little bit better, but yeah, not every lead that comes in deserves your time. They might not be a good fit, and you can kind of weed those out right away. They can't afford your services, they don't value you, or they're just shopping for the lowest price. Does that sound familiar? Like again, these leads can drain your energy, keep you spinning your wheels with little to show for it. What ends up being the cost of not qualifying these leads? If you fail to qualify your leads, it doesn't just cost you time, it costs you growth in your business. You'll end up overwhelmed with conversations and estimates for clients who were never serious about hiring you in the first place. You'll lose focus on serious opportunities because the sheer volume of noise drowns them out, and high quality leads get neglected. The clients who are aligned with your goals slip through the cracks because you're too drained giving the attention that they deserve to these low quality leads. It's like searching for diamonds in a pile of rocks. You're working harder, not smarter. So your time is way too valuable to waste as a business owner, especially when you're dropping floors and trying to manage a team, go back and forth. So the problem isn't really having too many leads. The problem is that most of them aren't qualified, and that could be coming from the ads, like I said, and I'll touch on this another day, but um, removing that factor, because you guys might be running your own ads, you might be having somebody else run your ads, but even if I run ads for guys, this still becomes an issue. So what you really want to do is set up a system that helps you prioritize these leads. If you don't do that, you'll find yourself stuck in burnout, chasing uncommitted clients, and you're going to be missing a ton of opportunities who are ready to invest with you, but they just need a little bit of time. You, again, don't need more leads or someone to call these unqualified leads. You just need better leads. That's it. Okay. Or a better system. So how exactly do you qualify leads, and how do you reclaim your time? You need to set expectations up front by sharing your starting price range in your marketing, on your website, or during the first conversation. This alone will instantly filter out price sensitive shoppers, and it saves you from wasting time on inquiries that can't meet your price point. For example, just letting them know, hey, my project started at 6,500, depending on design and sizes. And that alone, if people can't afford that, if they're not interested in that, if their budget's only 4,000, we don't even want to talk to them. You don't want to waste your time. You're going to haggle. You're going to disrespect yourself and go low and not make enough money. And again, they're not really going to help you out. They're not going to send you referrals. They're not even going to leave a review for you. So don't go the extra mile if they're not willing to go the extra mile and pay you what you're worth. They want your floors, they're going to pay it. You just have to have that respect for yourself, essentially. Another way to do this is to ask clients to just fill out a short form before they schedule a call with you. It ensures that the clients that you're talking to are serious before they take up your time and money. It sets clear expectations from the start as well. Include questions like what's their budget, what's the timeline look like, and then just what kind of details. Do they know what kind of floor they want? Are they looking for a metallic floor? Are they looking for a flake floor? And just use that to kind of speed things up, and tag people a certain way, filter them. However, whatever system you're using, if you work with Never Stop, we do that for you automatically. But a lot of what we've been talking about is about shifting your mindset. And you need to shift your mindset from chasing volume to focusing on high value opportunities. One qualified lead is worth more than 10 tire kickers who waste your time. You need to say yes to the right leads. When you qualify leads early, you open the door for clients who see your value and they're ready to invest. It's not about saying yes to everyone, it's about saying yes to the right leads. This simple shift can transform your business, your workflow, and your overall peace of mind. If your sales conversations focuses on features like the what of your services, like the materials or the processes, I know you guys like to, hey, yeah, this is the process. I find you're ultimately missing the mark. Clients don't buy features, they buy the outcomes, the results, and the benefits and the transformations that your floor brings. Features sounds like we use industrial grade epoxy with this many layers. Outcomes, it shows the client why it matters. This floor is going to last 20 years. look stunning, and it's going to add lasting value to your property. When you focus on those features, you sound like every other contractor, and they can't tell why they shouldn't go with the $4 per square foot contractor or the $8 metallic contractor. Outcomes, on the other hand, demonstrate the unique value you bring, and that's what sets you apart. Peace of mind, again, we talked about that. The actual designs that you're going to get, the quality of work that you're going to get out of this. Your warranty sometimes can be in that too, but don't lean on those kinds of things. That's a feature. You know, that's what I'm saying. You got to delineate between those things and make sure you're helping them understand the results and the benefits of working with you. Okay. When you miss this step, when you stick to the features, like the types of material that you're using, what the process is. They don't see the value in paying premium prices. They can go get it for $4 per square foot, or they can go and get a DIY kit. And you get dragged into those price wars. You start competing with budget contractors who are just undercutting the market like crazy. Like $4 per square foot is insane. So you lose control of the conversation at that point too. You end up just defending your pricing instead of leading with the value that you bring. The fact that there's no issues that they're going to rise up. Anything happens, you're going to be there. Lead with that stuff, guys. You need to sell the transformation again, not the tools. Stop talking about the materials and processes. Instead, emphasize how your work delivers tangible benefits and solves problems. Don't say we use marble epoxy. Say our custom marble epoxy floors are designed to elevate your space, last for decades, and become the centerpiece of your home. This approach shifts your focus from what you do to why it matters. Showcase your work on your website. Post before and after photos to highlight the transformations that you bring. Post videos of like that show those transformations as well. And then let your clients do the selling for you. Share reviews that they're leaving, testimonials, take videos of them. Say, have them make videos of real life, make real life videos of people and have them talk about how much they love your floors. Go back to houses, set up a process to go back to a house after they've moved their stuff back in and show off the floor at the final stage. I think that's also a huge problem that not a lot of you guys are showing the end, what it looks like when the house is back in order and full. It's a huge thing that we need to look at. Position yourself as an authority, and just share insights on your social media and blog posts. Explain why your premium materials matter. Make a video about what happens if you don't use premium materials. Show how well done epoxy floor improves property value. A lot of you guys fear setting up boundaries when you say you want to say yes to everything and it's hurting your business. When you're afraid to say no to certain leads, you end up compromising your process. You'll lower your prices just to win those jobs. You'll let clients dictate timelines, or you'll agree to endless revisions, all because you don't want to risk losing a lead. So there's the problem. When you don't set those boundaries, you teach clients to undervalue you. What are boundaries and why do they matter? Boundaries are the rules that define how you work. They're not about being difficult. They're about creating structure to protect your time, energy, and professionalism. These include requiring upfront deposits, limiting revisions to the floor, which really shouldn't be happening that much, and then communicating only during set hours. Don't be talking to them after hours. Without boundaries, your business can be chaotic. You'll feel overworked, underpaid, exploited, and uncertain about your processes that you've worked hard to build. You'll start second guessing yourself. Why boundaries ultimately matter for you and your clients. High value clients don't want chaos, they want structure. Setting boundaries shows you're a professional who takes their work seriously. Without the boundaries, you risk attracting clients who only want shortcuts and bargains. You end up losing time that you could spend on higher quality projects like we've talked about. And saying yes to bad opportunities is what you end up risking. Saying yes to bad opportunities, which is the risk, because that ends up meaning saying no to the right ones. Boundaries aren't just about protecting yourself. They're a signal to clients that you know your value. So how do you fix this? You just need to set and enforce clear boundaries early. Boundaries are a sign of confidence. You want to set expectations that your time and expertise are valuable from the very beginning. Boundaries make you a professional with a proven process. They don't make you rigid, they make you reliable and trustworthy. When you enforce your boundaries, you attract clients who value structure and professionalism. You'll filter out those leads who waste time, like we've been talking about, and you'll stay in control of your business with a lot less stress, and you won't end up burning out. Saying no to the wrong clients and behaviors frees you up to say yes to opportunities that truly align with your goals. High value clients respect professionals who respect themselves. By setting and enforcing boundaries, you create better experiences for everyone involved. Remember, boundaries aren't about closing doors, they're about opening the right ones. Having too many leads can feel like a win, but if they aren't a right fit, they're holding your business back. High quality leads, those who value craftsmanship and trust your expertise and have the budget to invest, are what are going to drive the growth in your business. Again, not all leads are created equal. The ones that are worth pursuing, they're going to ask you about outcomes, not just price. They're going to be curious about how long the floors will last or how your design will actually look in the end. They're also going to respect your process and timelines. They're not going to push you to be fast or do quick and cheap fixes. They're going to trust your approach and trust your vision and respect you for that. They're also going to align with your pricing. They're not going to haggle with you. They see your pricing as a fair investment for premium results. So why these quality leads, they ultimately matter. You want to focus on them because over time, they're going to save you time, energy, and frustration. They convert faster, they require less negotiation, and they bring in higher profits with less hassle. When you prioritize high value opportunities, and you'll also spend less time chasing those value ones and more time creating standout projects that you can use to get higher value clients again. So you do want to set early expectations about tire kickers, those clients that only care about cost and they waste your time and they're going to leave you frustrated. The solution is to be upfront about your starting prices, your process, and your timelines just right from the jump. This is going to filter out all of those clients who aren't serious, and it again sets that tone for professionalism. How do you do this? You just need to share your starting price, explain your process early, and outline those timelines. Send them a contract, get it all on paper, send them an estimate right away, go see them, give them a final estimate, make sure that outlines details, just include transparency. And when you're clear like that, you start to filter out the price focused clients who aren't a fit. And again, that's just going to save you time and it helps you grow your business. Transparency also shows confidence. It shows that you're confident in what you're doing and your prices, why you charge for what you do. And that's the that's what the high value clients are going to respond to. You're not just selling epoxy floors, you're selling a premium experience. Again, that durability, artistry, and the results that stand apart. The right clients don't want the cheapest option, they want the best option. You need to position yourself as the expert who delivers. When clients see you as a premium provider, they'll focus on the value, they'll trust you, and they'll view your services as as an investment. Premium clients don't hire you because you're cheap. They hire you because you're the best at what you do. One of the biggest things that you can do to help yourself is to use the lead qualification process to filter out noise. Not every lead deserves your time. A simple qualification process ensures you're not only speaking to serious, high quality prospects who align with your goals, but that you're not wasting any time or money on low quality leads. So, how do we wrap this all up together? By prioritizing lead quality and setting clear expectations and positioning yourself as a premium provider, you're going to transform the way you run your business. These strategies aren't about working harder, they're all about working smarter. When you shift your focus to what matters most, and you'll attract better clients, you're going to close more high value deals, and you're going to build a business that actually reflects your worth and expertise. Your time is valuable. Stop wasting it on the wrong leads and start building the business you deserve. Are you ready to stop chasing low value leads and start closing premium deals? You can join my private Facebook group. Just reach out to me. I'll send you this free training. And then you can click this link and join my group. And in there, I'll have a guide that helps you refine your messaging and lock in your sales and marketing strategies. It'll give you the tools to attract clients who respect your time, value your work, and are ready to invest in your services. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll see the transformation in your business. Again, just click that link, join the community, and let's build you a business that you're proud of, one client at a time.